Board signal connectors are electronic connectors that are used to connect different printed circuit boards, PCBs, or other electronic devices to each other. These connectors typically have several pins or contacts that are arranged in a specific pattern or layout. And they are designed to make reliable and secure connections between the different boards or devices. Board signal connectors can be used for a variety of purposes, such as connecting input and output devices to a computer motherboard or connecting different PCBs in a complex electronic system. They are available in a wide range of sizes, shapes, and configurations to meet the specific requirements of different applications, and they can be surface mounted or through hole mounted on the PCB. Let's discuss the ERNI portfolio and how it fits with other products in the industrial board signal portfolio. You are probably familiar with products like the AMP-MODU interconnect system and the micro-match connector series. The AMP-MODU interconnect system is a family of modular signal interconnects widely used across nearly all industrial applications that require printed circuit boards, PCBs. The system offers a comprehensive range of center lines from 0.6 mm to 3.96 mm, making it suitable for board-to-board, wire-to-board, and wire-to-wire applications. The micro-MA TCH wire-to-board and board-to-board ribbon cable connectors provide a proven reliable connection. The connectors feature a unique contact spring system that helps prevent fretting corrosion by absorbing movements between male and female contacts. The AMP-MODU portfolio is best known for its 2.54 mm centerline connector systems. However, TE connectivity acknowledges the increasing demand for miniaturization and the development of smaller centerline products. To meet this demand, TE connectivity has already introduced AMP-MODU products with centerlines of 2 mm, as well as 1.27 mm, 1 mm, and even 0.6 mm, which have been available for some time now. Additionally, TE connectivity is currently developing the next generation of 0.8 mm AMP-MODU connectors. With the acquisition of the ERNI portfolio, we were able to enhance the portfolio of products that the TE connectivity brand offers. We added new products, such as the Maxi Bridge, 2.54 mm spaced wire-to-board solutions, and 2.0 mm spaced wired board connector solutions with the Bridge. We also added power solutions with micro-speed power. In the 1.27 mm space, we have several products that complement what is already available in the TE connectivity portfolio, such as SMC, Mini Bridge, and Micro Bridge. When it comes to smaller centerline 1.0 mm, we have connectors like Micro Speed. And for 0.8 connectors, we have options like Micro Stack and Microcon. In some applications, it is preferable to use an ERNI solution over a TE solution. To help understand when it's appropriate to use ERNI and when it's better to stick with an AMP-MODU or micro-match or another TE solution, we've put together a checklist. If you're thinking about centerlines, ERNI is more focused on smaller, fine pitch connectors, particularly 2 mm and below. Broader pitch products with the existing TE portfolio are better for board-to-board applications requiring more strength. If variable stack heights are required, ERNI has a much broader range of stack height availability. This is something to consider if the customer needs flexibility in stack height configurations for mezzanine applications. If shielding is necessary, ERNI already offers a shielded connector product in the micro-speed family that can meet such requirements, which was not previously available in the TE connectivity product line. For high-speed applications, ERNI offers several connectors that are rated for 3 gigabit and above, and even some that support 25 gigabit per second data rates. On the other hand, the existing TE portfolio is primarily designed for much lower speed applications. Another area where you may consider using an ERNI solution is the current rating on wired board solutions. ERNI does offer higher current rating products on the board compared to TE connectivity, although there are situations where the TE portfolio has a bigger current rating than ERNI's portfolio, depending on the pin cross-section. Nonetheless, ERNI also has some specialty power connectors that can provide solutions where TE may not have them. Blind make capability is an important factor to consider for board-to-board connectors and some wired board solutions. ERNI solutions have incorporated features that protect the male contacts on the mating connector, while the TE portfolio does not offer such features. Blind mate capability is mating between connectors done via a sliding or snapping action which does not require aligning the two connector interfaces in a particular way. They are constructed with a self-aligning feature that ensures a correct mating position on their own. Additionally, ERNI connectors generally have a built-in misalignment tolerance to help with angular and design variations that can occur in customer applications. ERNI connectors have a generous misalignment tolerance that can help to overcome these challenges. Lastly, board terminations is another important consideration to keep in mind when comparing the TE connectivity and ERNI portfolios. ERNI has heavily invested in surface mount technology, SMT, solutions, providing a surface mount solution with limited through-hole capability. On the other hand, the TE portfolio is more robust and offers combinations of through-hole, reflow, and surface mount connectors. This is a useful checklist for you to consider when evaluating different applications requirements. Now, we will be talking about BTB solutions, which stands for board-to-board. It refers to the process of connecting two or more printed circuit boards, PCBs, using connectors or other interconnect devices. BTB solutions are commonly used in electronic devices and systems where multiple PCBs need to be interconnected with each other. The connectors used in BTB solutions are designed to ensure secure and reliable connections between the different boards. BTB solutions can be found in a wide range of products, from consumer electronics to industrial equipment. Firstly, let's talk about the SMC connector. This is our 1.27mm pitch solution, like what you find in the AmpModu 50 product line. It is a shrouded header system on a 1.27mm pitch, with a dual-row connector having a pitch of 1.27mm in both the X and Y directions and can have anywhere from 12 to 80 pins. The current per pin is 1.7 amps, making it unsuitable for high-power applications but can be used for both board-to-board and wire-to-board applications. What is particularly appealing about the SMC connector is its extensive portfolio. As depicted in the image at the bottom, there are several different configurations possible with this connector system. We can employ stacking mezzanine applications, car-to-edge applications, end-to-end extender card types of applications, wire-to-board cable assembly solutions, perpendicular applications, and unique board-to-board adapters. These board-to-board adapters enable a customer to traverse very tall distances or tall components on their printed circuit boards. We can go from 20mm to 40mm in 2mm increments. Therefore, we can span a broad range of components on the printed circuit board, and with just a single connector mounted on each board in our standard product offering for these mezzanine applications, we can span between 8 and 20mm, with several steps in between that range, depending on the customer's application. The design flexibility is well received by our customers. The SMC connector is ruggedized and features a dual beam contact system. The housing is made of LCP material, making it appropriate for critical environmental conditions. Additionally, we have SMT anchoring with retention clips on the sides of the connectors, which are soldered to the printed circuit board, providing a solid attachment during plugging and unplugging operations. This helps to minimize any insertion cycle failures. We'd like to share some success stories with you guys because these are the things you need to know when you're trying to understand where this connector works best. We've seen this connector in many applications, which we'll discuss shortly. One of the success stories was in industrial automation and the drive segment. The customer had critical signals that were not operating at super high data rates, but they were under severe vibration and temperature conditions. They needed a connector solution that was small enough to fit into their design envelope but also able to handle the severe vibration and temperature extremes. With the SMC connector's surface mount performance, we provided the ideal combination of size and rugged environmental performance. The dual beam contact was able to withstand the shock and vibration profiles that the customer had. We used materials that could handle the wide temperature range from -55 to 125 degrees Celsius, allowing us to pass their temperature extremes. This is just one example of our success stories with SMC. When we talked about the target markets for this product, we realized it is a very diverse product that could be used in a variety of applications. From automation, controls, motion, and drives to communication applications. It's not limited to a certain industry. I want to briefly discuss the smaller form factor of the micro-con connector series, which, based on the image here, looks very similar to the previous version. However, we have reduced the size from 1.27 mm to 0.8 mm, which means we have almost half of the size of the connector. This is a very small fine-pitch connector system, and it's a dual-row connector system that can support 12 pins up to 100 pins, while still achieving a very robust current per pin of that digital over 2 amps. It offers board-to-board and wire-to-board solutions and can be used with a solid core ribbon cable that can be attached to this product family. One of the key features of this connector is its miniaturization, and as we continue to shrink down to 0.8 mm. This surface mount technology, SMT, design still allows the customer to use even less space on their printed circuit board. Even in this small pitch of a connector, we incorporated a ruggedized dual beam contact system. Unlike many other connectors in this 0.8 mm space that use a single-sided blade or beam connection, in this connector system, we have quite a bit of design flexibility, with stack heights and mezzanine applications arranging from 5 to 20 mm, in 1 mm increments, to span a wide range of solutions for the customer. We took input from customers who use our SMC and added some features like blind mate capability, which are advanced plastic bosses on the female connector and corresponding recesses in the male connector that help pre-align the connector prior to mating and protect the signal pins inside the connector. As this pitch of connector gets smaller, the pins become more fragile and easier to bend. So, to making sure everything is in proper alignment before mating is necessary, we continue to use SMT anchoring features to secure the connector to the printed circuit board and take the mating forces off the signal pins. An example of one of the success stories for the micro-con connector is in sensor applications, where it was chosen as a connector in a turbine for monitoring the rotations of the turbine, to protect against overspeed, overpressure, and overheating applications. The small form factor, different configurations of the connectors, and blind mating made it a great solution for the customer. The target markets for the micro-con connector, like we saw with the SMC, are versatile. We excluded automotive applications and some telecom and datacom applications, but it's still suitable for industrial controls, semiconductor equipment, sensors, and robotics, which are key areas. Moving on to the next product in our portfolio, the MicroSpeed is a shielded board-to-board connector solution from ERNI. It is our highest data rates at 25 gigabits per second, thanks to its shielding that creates an ideal environment for differential signaling. The signal contacts offer 100 ohm differential impedance and very low crosstalk, allowing us to push data rates to 25 gigabits per second. This connector system has a 1 mm pitch and comes in several configurations. The dual-row connector has 26, 30, 40, and 50 pins, while the 3-row version has 75 pins. Additionally, there are specialty 7-row versions with 91 and 133 pins. Like the SMC connector system, it has a broad portfolio of configurations, including right angles, verticals, and mix and match connectors for mezzanine applications for traditional backplane and orthogonal applications. MicroSpeed has a wide range of stack heights, ranging from 5 mm to 20 mm in 1 mm increments. It also has blind mate capabilities, with advanced features on the female connector that guide the connector into place before mating. The shielding not only provides electrical and form-fit impact, but also mechanical stability, adding robustness to the connector and ensuring everything is affixed to the printed circuit board. The success stories associated with this product family are truly remarkable. It has been selected by several PLC vendors. In this Siemens application, the MicroSpeed connector was used as the bus signaling connector system. In this specific application, they were searching for a solution that had a scalable central module capable of handling critical signals that were not necessarily high speed but were crucial. These signals were heavily affected by noise and therefore required a shielded connector system to ensure that they were not impacted. The connector system was selected because of its exceptional shielding performance, and we had to conduct specific testing to meet the design requirements for signals over 32 modules in length. The blind mating and misalignment tolerance features were distinctive compared to other competitive products. MicroSpeed is primarily intended for automation, controls and drives, as well as semiconductor equipment and data communication applications, where signals are critical and require shielding. This connector system is an excellent solution for such requirements. Okay, so now I want to switch gears from discussing the signal connectors to talking about a power connector within the micro-speed power module. We have developed a solution that complements the micro-speed signal connector and allows up to 18 amps per contact in a very small form factor. The connector has only 5 pins, but it can handle close to 100 amps with all signals operating and the shields carrying power as well. The connector has a 2 mm pitch and is currently only available in this configuration, but each pin can handle 18 amps. We offer the connector in various configurations, such as right angles and verticals for both males and females, allowing for a more modular approach. This provides customers with several options for mezzanine or coplanar or right angle connections. Like the signal connector, this connector also has shielding, which provides noise suppression, isolation, and mechanical stability. We have blind mate capability versions of this connector, which offer advanced features to protect the header pins and guide the connector. Like the signal connector, this power connector also has a multi-point contact system that ensures the stability of the connector system. This product has a high degree of temperature range and can handle a wide range of temperatures. One of these days, we'll take the Dematic solution and have that as a success story here, but this connector has been used in a number of applications. The one shown here is for a piece of semiconductor equipment. I don't have the exact picture from the customer, but it was used for a piece of lithography equipment for extreme ultraviolet lithography. This helps to generate the most precise features, the smallest features in IC semiconductor production. The customer was looking for a solution that was flexible, that could handle a variety of different configurations and different board heights, depending on what the end customer needed for their customized configurations of paddle boards that would be inserted into this. Because of the small size and density of power, we were able to win this application and the ability to handle a variety of stack heights. The types of equipment and applications for this type of power module are typically found in industrial automation, warehouse automation, and semiconductor equipment. Additionally, they are also used in battery storage and electric vehicle infrastructure. Wire-to-board solutions refer to a type of electrical connection where wires are connected to a circuit board or PCB, printed circuit board. These solutions allow for the transfer of power and data between the board and other electronic components such as sensors, switches, and displays. Wire-to-board connections are commonly used in various industries, including automotive, industrial, medical, and consumer electronics. Okay, so moving on from the board-to-board solutions, let's briefly discuss the wired board solutions that ERNI offers. We use the term bridge products to describe these wired board solutions. The names of the products all end with bridge, such as the Maxi Bridge product, which is our 2.54 mm pitch wire-to-board solution. It comes in both single and dual row configurations, with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, and 20 pins. The connector itself can handle up to 12 amps per contact and can be used with stranded wire ranging from 20 to 26 gauge. It is not a high-speed connector and is not recommended for any special signal applications. One of the key selling features of our bridge products is their low-profile nature. The right-angle configurations of the board-mounted versions are very low in height, with the Maxi Bridge being only a little over 5 mm off the surface of the board. It has side latching, which allows for very slimline designs that customers may require. Additionally, with this wired board family of Maxi Bridge products, we have color and mechanical coding available. There are 4 different color variations, and each one of the pin counts is color-coded and mechanically coded as well. For example, the blue one cannot be plugged into the black one, providing a great deal of security for the customer. The connector has a crimp contact design, initially made for automotive applications, which means it has high vibration and temperature resistance to meet LV214 and US car testing requirements. This also makes it suitable for use in the industrial space. The terminal position assurance is an important feature for any customer to make sure that the contact is in place and locked in securely into the female housing or cable harness housing prior to mating. We've incorporated this feature, which is a secondary two-piece locking system that ensures the contact is fully seated during the assembly process. Like the board-mounted connectors, we use the SMT anchoring system for the connectors that are plugged into the board. It's important to have a good way of taking the plugging and unplugging forces and displacing them to rigid strong features on the connector. The solder clips that we use for anchoring are an example of this. The target markets for this product are automotive, but also the lighting industry, industrial robotics, such as AGV systems used in warehouse equipment, and battery storage and EV infrastructure. The little brother to the maxi bridge is the mini bridge. It's a 1.27 mm pitch solution, a single row connector from 2 pins up to 12 pins, and a very small form factor. We can achieve a very high current density, so the contacts themselves are rated up to 8.7 amps. It can handle ribbon cable or discrete wire depending on what the customer is looking for. Again, that low-profile nature of this connector system makes it an attractive solution for customers who have limited space to place these connectors. The mini bridge has a Z height of less than 4 mm. We offer this connector in a kosher secure version, which is a fancy word to say scoop proofing, that allows you to protect those male signal contacts. So, if the connector is mated at an odd angle, you can't potentially stub the signal contacts and cause them to bend. This kosher feature really protects those male contacts and helps align the connectors during the mating process. It uses again that dual beam contact, but it is an insulation displacement connector, IDC, system. The maxi bridge was a crimp contact. This mini bridge is an insulation displacement connector system. It was initially developed for use in automotive environments, so it has a high degree of vibration and temperature resistance, which makes it also very well suited for most of the industrial applications that we see. One of the other cool and key features is the design modularity that we put into this connector. So, we have several right angles and vertical headers for the boards, and we also have right angle and straight cable outlets on the plug side. So that allows customers to do a bunch of different configurations. Like you could see in this picture on the bottom left where you have right angle cable harnesses. And you've got vertical cable harnesses. So that's a wide degree of flexibility for the customer. We also have various locking features on the connector. We have versions that are in red like you see here that we call our positive lock. This is a very secure connection system. Once you have plugged the components together, you need to press the little red tab in the mail window that is visible. In the bottom left corner, you will find a feature that you need to push to disengage the lock. We also have versions that come with a friction lock that can be easily pulled apart with a little bit of force. Therefore, we can provide a suitable solution depending on the customer's application requirements. For the target market, we have applications like what we saw with the maxi bridge, such as lighting applications, traditional automotive applications, industrial robotics, battery systems, and warehouse automation. Well, we did see that there's a lot of need for a tin-based connector solution, which drove ERNI to develop our iBridge Ultra product line, which is on a 2 mm pitch. It's like the maxi bridge, with a crimp contact design. It is a single row with side latching and has 2 pins up to 12 pins. We went for an economical plating design and used some lower-cost plastics to target more of the commercial-type applications, such as lighting or white goods, that needed a lower-cost solution. We kept a lot of the same features that we would see within the maxi bridge product family, such as a very low profile of 4.3 mm. It has a crimp contact design for 22 to 24 gauge and is suitable for harsh automotive environments it was initially designed for. It has robustness with vibration and temperature resistance, even though it's in a tin solution. The design has modularity, and we have a couple of different versions of the surface mount male connector in both vertical and right angle. We also offer through hole reflow versions of the board-mounted connectors to give some diversity to the applications for customers who may be doing wave soldering or manual soldering applications. If we speak about target markets, a similar market space that we saw with the other two products in this bridge series. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to do is to share that I didn't talk about all the products on the left-hand side. But I really want to bring this all back together and let you know that the acquisition of the ERNI portfolio brings new tools and opportunities for growth on the board side. We have fine-pitch signal connectors like SMC, microcon, and microstock that are 1.27 mm and below. We also have miniaturized power connectors, including the micro-speed power and the power hybrid connector, which are part of our portfolio. On the high-performance signal side, we have our micro-speed ERNI ZD connector, DEN 41612, and ERNI 2 mm hard metric connectors. These products will become part of the TE connectivity portfolio, and we will start to migrate them out of the ERNI portfolio and into TE solutions where applicable. Some of these legacy products will go away from ERNI and get into the TE brand. We also offer IDC connector solutions like our mini bridge and micro bridge, along with small IDC terminals and single wire-to-board connections, which are some of our IDC solutions that we bring to the table. Lastly, we have crimp wire-to-board solutions like our Maxi Bridge, High Bridge Ultra, and Power Elements. The ERNI portfolio helps strengthen what you already have, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we can engage on specific applications. This presentation will be available for you to use, and there are several resources available, including the Board Signal Product Navigator and a similar one for the ERNI connectors. We have different product-specific resources for SMC, including landing pages and links to catalogs and videos. So, that's the end of what I wanted to share with you. And I hope this brings everything together for you. Please reach out to me if needed. We're here to help you.